The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Fitzpatrick. It's brought in by Adam Humphries.
Adam Humphries spent 4 years in Tampa and 2 in Tennessee. Knows how to operate out of the slot and find his way open downfield. Makes a good catch there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 7 yards the pickup there.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Fitzpatrick. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him a 1st down yardage there. Well, that last pass CD, he just added another notch to the old belt. What a career it's been. He's over 35,000 career passing yards now.
And when you say that number, over 35,000 yards, how many people have done that prior to him?
Right around 30.
Boy, that's a pretty good number. Now you're into a membership that means you've done a heck of a job in this league for a decent amount of time. You're recognized as one of the better players.
Asante Samuel able to make the play defensively. Second and 6. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that'll be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Fitzpatrick. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Herbert now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert, eluding the pressure right. And this one complete to Andre Roberts. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. But Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1 for that matter. But what's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really difficult question there because you're right. Year 1, he looked like a 5-7-year veteran. And he's only going to continue.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are on the board here first in the season opener. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Fitzpatrick. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defense.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big game that time for the Chargers.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with the defender right there. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And Mike Williams was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019 and had to battle through some bumps and bruises in 2020. He's known for his big plays downfield, but he also can make the dependable catch as well.
To the air again, Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. Touchdown! Mike Williams from 21 yards away. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Dustin Hopkins sets the kickoff.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Hey, check mark 33. Check mark 33.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Out to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On 2nd down and 4. Herbert flushed out right. And this is caught by Williams. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Williams brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Next to score, Chargers 21, Washington nothing. Dustin Hopkins sets the kickoff.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw. And they hooked up there for touchdown, LA! Keenan Allen
68 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
That's the score. Chargers 28, Washington nothing. Dustin Hopkins sets the kickoff.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on first down. Gibson, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Working with his 2nd and 4.
Ricky. Hey, check Mike 33.
On the ground with a tight end. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Fitzpatrick. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So nothing doing there. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Fitzpatrick throwing complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And this might be a little bit of a surprise for everyone, as it was for me to learn that J.D. McKissic wound up with 80 catches last year out of the backfield, quietly the 2nd most among all NFL running backs. And that was with Antonio Gibson as a rookie running the ball so effectively. But maybe we shouldn't be so surprised. McKissic, a wide receiver in college.
Let's go.
To throw, Fitzpatrick. Thomas has got it, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll run with Gibson. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll try to run with Gibson, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 2 yards out. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Chargers first down.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 50, here's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Austin Eckler got hurt last year and missed 6 games, but still finished with 54 catches, the 5th most by a running back in the NFL. But remember this, 2019, 92 catches. This guy's a definite threat out of the backfield.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Dustin Hopkins sets the kickoff.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 79 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run here with Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. This one left side caught by Gibson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And he finds McLaurin. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
On first down, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Double tight. 82's moving.
Once more, Gibson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Hey, color. Cover this way. Here we go.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Check 31. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by the rookie, Asante Samuel. And now off to the races down the right side.
I'm going to show you, man.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Dustin Hopkins sets the kickoff.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Six yards left on 2nd down.
Check pass. Check pass.
A handoff for Gibson. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Check. I smell fear in that offense.
They'll go again with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So, for the Chargers, they get the victory in the debut of Brandon Staley as head coach. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Washington, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.